Hey guys, let's bleach these knots. So first off, you are going to need a mixing bowl and a brush and a mini whisk. I have this metal whisk I got from Sally's. And you're gonna need a 10 volume developer and some bleaching powder. So first off, you need to get a closure. This closure I'm using is a 5x5 transparent closure. And so I'm gonna start off by putting in some bleaching powder. And I actually put a little too much. So you don't need that much. Like that whole scoop right there, you really don't need that much. So I actually ended up taking some of them out. And so I took some out and I added about 2 capfuls of 10 volume developer, and then I just added some on there, and then I just start mixing. I really mix because it needs to be thick, like me. Okay, so it needs to be it needs to be thick, nice and thick, right? So once everything is all mixed in, you are gonna gently just pat on that bleach onto the surface of the closure. So you just want to make sure you're going light, you're not going in too deep, and you're just gonna leave it there for about, I think I put the timer at like 30 minutes, but there's gonna be a timer that's coming up with soon. Perfect. Yeah, so 30 minutes. I just leave it there. Once that's done, once that's up, you are going to just rinse it out. You're not gonna do anything too special. You're just gonna rinse everything out. And after I've rinsed everything out, I didn't really like how it turned out. Like it was still pretty, like you can see that it's been like bleached, but look at that, like it's still some black knots, so it was not strong enough at all. So my method to kind of get better looking knots is to use more developer. Okay, so you want to use more developer. It needs to be a little bit more loose. Okay, now you don't want to use as much anymore. You just want to have a really thin layer and just put it on there gently. Like I said, you need to go gently, and I leave it there for 15 minutes. Okay, after 15 minutes is over, you are gonna now, as you can see, it's been processing pretty well. Like the lighter the knots, the better. You don't want it to be too light. But if it is, I'll show you the next step. So I am just gonna rinse it out, and oh my god, already it's looking pretty good already. Like it's looking pretty good. So my next process is I get like a container, any kind of container, and I use brightening shampoo, purple shampoo. I just get a container and I fill it up with warm water. And I just put in some shampoo in there, and I just mix it all up, make sure everything is all dissolved. So yeah, it's like this nice, beautiful, bright shampoo, just to kind of even out the orange and the lightness and the brassiness. You just want to even everything out to make it look more seamless. So once everything is all mixed and dissolved, you just want to take your closure flat facing down. So make sure that the knots are covered, make sure the lace is covered. So you're just gonna leave it there for about 7 minutes. You don't wanna leave it there for too long, because the longer that you leave it, it will actually start to turn purple as well, like purplish blue. You don't want that. So once that's done, once that's kind of like processed, you just wanna, do a little bit of cleaning if you want to. And you wanna rinse it out. You wanna rinse out the closure, and it's gonna look a lot better. Like, look at that. Oh yes, look at that. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So this is the method I used if the closure is not processing well enough the first time. And I like to use 10 volume because I get to see where it needs more work. Because if I use 40 volume developer, it will be too strong. So to kind of make sure that the hair is nice and saturated and it's all nice and detangled, I use some conditioner, and I just leave it in there for like 5 minutes to make sure it's nice and soft and no tangles, nothing like that. And this is what it's looking like. Like, yeah, it's looking a bit flawless to me. Like this is what I like. I kind of like, something like this. So there are a little bit of some orange, but it's okay. For dark skin girls, that's kind of okay, because you can always blend it with foundation and it will look seamless that way. So as you can see, I'm just kind of like, you know, brushing everything out. This is what it looks like dry. So I'm just brushing everything out, and it's looking pretty good to me, y'all. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, this is what I do if the first round does not look good. So if you guys want more videos, let me know.